Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those
Those
guys.
guys. Do you hear the
Welcome,
clapping?
welcome, welcome, welcome to Wednesday night with those guys, everyone. Sorry for the problems. Uh, I had some major issues here with internet. Every time I wanted to hit the button, it would drop, and it kept dropping. So I don't know what was going on. I still don't know what was going on. It just somehow maybe we'll make it, maybe we won't make it. We're already a half hour late, so uh can you hear me, Lawrence?
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Because right about now I feel like no one can hear me.
Yeah, you're good. They said welcome back. Good to see you. Yay who. I
Let me
actually
let me
started a live stream through OBS, and I never did that before. And it actually worked. And
refresh.
they could hear the sound effects.
Okay.
I don't know what that's about. Can you hear this? I'm going to count down to three, and then we're just going to go on with the stream. Three, two, one. You don't hear nothing.
No.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. We're going on with the stream. I had it working in OBS.
That's because it was I'll explain it to you later. It's still in OBS.
Yeah, so it should still be working.
um no, because you were just using OBS, so it's
Right, and not Skype.
coming out of OBS.
Yeah, because they were saying they heard the doorbell and everything in OBS. Well, maybe,
Right,
well,
because you were using OBS.
yeah, I got it. I
Now,
got it.
if we could use OBS as a meeting platform, then fine. But you can't. So
Yeah, that's the
you have
problem. OBS is for single
I
person.
was going crazy with this internet thing going and then back and forth for chasing cables and unplugging stuff. But anyway, let's go on. Let's get it. 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 Let's get it.
Let's get it.
I'm gonna move around and skip around, but I'm gonna stay on order, basically, pretty much, Lawrence.
Okay.
Because I was gonna go straight to B with the release of the firmware for the Mini 3.
Yeah, the Mini 3?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Skipping the other thing and going straight in there.
Okay.
Because we don't have that kind of time.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, well, as you know, we all are aware that I mentioned it last week that there was a firmware update for the Mini 3. And the firmware, I'm quite sure everybody has probably downloaded that firmware update and it had an update for the Fly app as well. How you doing there, Angie? But
Hey, Angie.
before we continue, Lawrence, I don't want to go on without recognizing everyone in the chat. So if you don't mind, if you,
Okay, I'll give a shout out real
if
quick.
you
They actually came over to the live stream. Shout out to Waypoint, New England, Barkley 107, Gary,
never,
Brent Ariels, Angie,
Buckley,
Lost Girls. John Olson was here, Draymond Recovery One, Jackson RC, Steve, SJM Drones, Brooklyn Jimmy, Russell Glenn, Matt Bagwell's here also. Russell Glenn was here early. I don't know if he came back, but thanks guys for hanging in there. And
JM
and
was here. Oh, Chris Jackson RC was here.
yes, Chris is here too. So did you guys get an alert when you
For
came to my chat? Because I told you I went live through OBS, never did it before. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I figured it out. And all of a sudden people started coming in. So I'm like, first they couldn't hear me. Steve
uh,
SJM Drones came in. He could not hear me. And then all of a sudden they could hear I changed some settings in OBS and they could hear my sound effects and everything.
hmm.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, hold on. If I make this,
That's
if
it. We're
I
gonna
turn
lose.
this to monitor only, mute output, no. We need to monitor and output that desktop audio. So if I do that,
he's gonna kill it. But yeah, this firmware
Go
update,
ahead.
right?
It didn't
I'm
work.
quite sure that everyone did the firmware update, and one of the things that that I was looking at with this firmware update that came out is supposedly for the well for the Mini 3 is that with the it's supposed everybody ran out and got this drone because it was sub 250 and it didn't have to be registered and it didn't have to worry about the remote ID. But
Hmm.
because of the fact that it has the intelligent flight batteries, the plus batteries,
Hmm.
that makes it non-compliant with that situation. That
Yes.
with those batteries, you would now have to broadcast remote ID. And with those batteries, the drone, I guess, would have to be registered too, right? Launch.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so now DJI has done an update for that drone, and now it's going to broadcast remote ID, and it's doing that so that way, when you fly with the plus batteries, you're compliant. So, from my understanding, from what I've read in a couple of articles, and what I'm seeing is that I don't know if it's going to recognize the fact that it's
Hey,
the
Corey.
plus battery in the drone, or is it just going to just broadcast the remote ID?
I think it's just a remote ID.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
would
I
make
think
it
that's what it's
more
going to do.
identifiable.
But I think that's what it's going to do is because no, the reason why I say that is it going to recognize with like I had the regular batteries in it, then it won't broadcast the remote ID.
No, no, no.
It's
Once you
just going to
register,
broadcast the remote ID
I'm
regardless.
hey, John Coopy, the drone guy. Yes, I'm 9 times out of 10 sure. Once that software is in, it's not going to know which battery. Okay, this is the
Hey,
extended
John Cooper.
battery. Turn on the remote. That's too much. I
Right.
believe that's too much.
Well, not really, but well, I mean, it's not too much, but it's one of the reasons why a lot of guys went out and got the drone. So,
True, but here's the solution. So
you
the
know,
drone is already 250 with the standard battery in it, correct? So if I put a strobe on it, or more
mhm.
than one strobe on it, that pushes it past the 250 gram mark. Will would it activate the remote ID? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I
But I
believe
get I get what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense, and that's why I guess they just wrote it that program that one way because regardless of whatever you add to the drone, we're not going to know, and the motors may know, and I mean, I guess if they look at flight records, flight logs and stuff, and the motors and what they had to to spin to keep you at a certain altitude and speed, yeah, fine, but that's a lot to go through to recognize that you had something on the drone. But
right.
in just actual day to day flying, yeah, they can't recognize the difference of whatever you add to the drone. So it's just gonna broadcast. I can see why it was written that way, just
Yeah,
broadcast.
that would definitely make another sense.
Now, with the upgrade to the app now, we saw that app upgrade, right? You like that app upgrade, didn't you? Because you can change the font size, go in and change the font size,
I
right?
like that,
That
and I
was
like. Go
yes.
ahead.
Well, that was
Go ahead. I was going to say I just like the feature that you can show people where you fly now.
oh, well, that is cool. To share locations and stuff like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
That is a cool feature the way I've heard it's supposed to work.
Right, because if you remember, they did have that feature in the background of the app. Now it's in the front. So it's
Mhm.
saying, okay, well, I'm in this area. Well, let me
Right.
see if anyone else has flown here.
Well, in the before you fly portion of it, I've never used it. I've never used it on there, I should say. We've always used was why do
Air
I
control,
why do I keep calling them kitty hawk?
air control.
Yeah, but yeah,
I agree, Corey. It is about the
Air,
fear.
air control. We use air control for the flight authorization and for notifications in the area.
Hmm.
And it's crazy because now, and I told you this before, and I was like, that would make DJI totally complete with the app, especially if you get Lance authorization and everything straight through the app and everything right there, boom.
That's what I think. That's what
And
they're
that's
working for.
and I yeah, I think that that would be a good thing. And you know, if they can actually do that, you know, if that's how it's going to supposedly work, you know, the quick transfers, I've never used it.
There's
That
no need.
Yeah, a lot of people are loving that about the with the apps and stuff like that being able.
I've never used about the quick transfer. I never used it. I haven't used it.
Oh.
And I'm simple. I get home, I take the SD card out. That's how I quick transfer my stuff. No, Herman doesn't have fewer boxes behind him, Barkley.
What he said?
He says, is it me, or does Herman have fewer boxes behind him?
Fewer boxes.
Fewer boxes. No, no, it actually hasn't grown any either.
It's fewer boxes. No,
Uh,
but yeah, you know that was the thing that was exciting about the upgrade with that. You know, the batteries, like I said, there's nothing we could do about that. I'm sorry for the guys that bought it for that reason.
well, see, I always had that question about the Air 3 with that extended battery. Who the hell would know that's the extended battery other than the pilot themselves and the drone?
Well, you talking about the mini.
Yes, on the mini. Yes, I'm
The
sorry.
app update, that stuff came to everybody. You know, all of the drones got that.
John Olson says he likes the checklist we gave him, and he
Mhm.
had to add to it. Don't forget your wallet. Don't forget your house keys
Your wallet and your house keys.
to the checklist. Remember, he had asked for a copy of our checklist that we use.
Your wallet.
So,
Well, I would assume you would have that in your pocket.
yeah, well, okay. He added it to his checklist.
Okay, so that's the before you leave the house checklist.
Yes, it's got to be.
I got you.
It's got to be.
Because
Anyway, sorry for the delay, guys. Welcome to Wednesday night with those
yeah,
guys.
I had
We are here.
a horrible situation with this thing here. With the internet, but it's kind of working. Hopefully, let's see what happens. But like I said, Lawrence, the before you fly thing with you know, notifications and things to look out for. You know, like when we fly here in New York, we might fly like we'll go over like the Navy Yard. That's G
Right.
class airspace, right? But
Yes,
it still gives you the notification of the heliport on the other side of the East River.
I know. I know it does. It does. And it's Class G airspace. Listen, they will always be tweaking that app until the new one comes out.
So you know, those are the kind of things that app would are good for. You know, letting you know like, oh well, you know, it'll show you like what's in the area. And I hope they work the kinks out of that because from what I'm understanding, I haven't checked out all of the updates and stuff on it yet because a lot of that stuff I'll never use. Um, I'm like you. I just pull the card out and go. And you know,
Yeah, yeah,
and I have the laptop, but I can just transfer stuff to the laptop from the card. I mean,
right.
I have 100 cards. I don't know. So yeah, Lawrence, DJI, right? New Year's,
Maybe, Chaser.
New Year, New Horizon, up to
Yeah.
30% off. Have you seen that? Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it?
DJI?
Yeah, I'm quite sure you saw it.
Yes.
I did send it to you. I'm almost positive that I sent it to you.
Yes, you did. You
Kind
did.
of sure. All right, because I'm not. Did you can if you don't if you want to I don't know if you how you feel about sharing or anything like that. You
Oh,
know,
yes, I have the
you could
page here.
feel
I was
free to
just,
if you'd like to. You know,
well, there we go.
you
There
know,
we go.
anybody else might be interested in seeing it. You
In
know,
seeing some of this stuff right here. Here you go. Great
well,
price
see
right
what they
here.
have on it.
Starting at two, it was regularly 250. It's 219 now, right?
What?
The DJI Mic 2 system.
I believe so. That's what
Yes.
the
Yeah, I'm
sale
looking at it right
is.
here. You guys can see the screen, right?
Uh, I'm looking at. That's not what I'm seeing.
That's not what you're seeing. I'm showing the DJI page right here with the DJI Mic 2. And it shows
All
from
right, go
200
to that's the 30% off sale is still on, or is it off?
from what I
Well,
understand here, from what I'm understanding here, it says what's new. So it's still going.
hmm,
Same thing with the Osmo Pocket, whatever the regular price was, $600, it's 519. The DJI Mini 4 Pro, I think is just over the $800 mark, is $759. Yeah, it's still going.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Free shipping with anything over $150 in, well, that's a given. It should be free, but
is
there
that
there are a few things. There are a few things on this page. I will actually share this link and you guys can check it out and see what's on sale that you may not have and so on like that. I don't understand why you can't see that page. That's
why
strange.
I couldn't see that page?
Yeah, while I was sharing. Or did you put it in speaker mode or something? I mean, yeah,
I
in
don't know what
Zoom.
the hell is wrong with Zoom, but Zoom is acting real
Yeah,
funny.
it's been acting funky. There's a link to those sales.
I'm
The
not
mic set
touching it
that's
anymore.
regularly, huh?
I'm not touching it anymore because I'm tired of it flashing stuff on the screen.
Hey, Flying Flynn, how are you? Welcome to the stream. View Chaser, Steve and Drones. Hope all is well. Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. For those of you who just got here, I guess you're on time. Yeah, yeah. Gary goes 1% credit. Wow. Yeah, they're really shitty with the credit, Gary.
Ooh,
They've always been.
yeah, well, DJI is real stingy on the givebacks. If you was at the bar, you'd have to get drunk to get a drink back.
Stop. You almost made me choke. But it's true.
Ah, oh my goodness. Yo, this thing is so messed up over here. Is bad.
It's really, yeah, okay, I can see they were able to see it because I just got a delay
Right,
saying,
that's what I'm telling you. That's how bad everything is right now.
yes, yes, I just got the delay showing these guys the everything that was on sale on
And
that
it's funny
page.
because the screen for the actual 30% off thing
Mm-hmm.
that was on a different screen the other day. So I don't
Oh,
know if they
no,
still
that actually, you know what? I had to switch it to this page. It redirected me to this page. It
of
said
course
that
it
page
is.
is no longer up anymore. So they
Right.
took that down and they redirect you to the page that I'm at, that I showed you guys and posted.
Okay.
What's up, Angel? Hope all is well.
So what you call it here, Lawrence? Elevating scheme, right? Now we always talk about drones in education, and we've had many a different topics here on the stream. We had drone camps, we've had school teachers, we've talked about different drones in use for some. We talked about the Tello, right? That's the one old famous one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems my mouth has been as dry ever since that nonsense going on with it. Give me a second.
Okay.
Nothing like that good old water.
Okay.
What do you call it here? This company, Pittsco, Pittsco Education.
Yes.
Yeah, well, they have this new Echo drone, right? It's supposedly for hands-on and learning with the students. So they're going to be learning everything about UAVs and coding with the operational use of this drone. So this Kansas, what's this? Kansas-based this company, Pittsco. The name just messes with me.
It does.
It sounds like a gas station.
Pitsco. Pitsco. Yeah.
Pittsco
Pitsco.
Education, yeah.
Yes, but
So
that is how you pronounce it.
yeah, so they're going to be using this drone, right? We always talk about the great. We had a nice video and everything that we were supposed to be showing in the background.
Go ahead. There we go.
But yeah, Pittsco is using this drone. It's supposedly designed for the rapid growth in the STEM education market
Hmm.
because it's going to teach the kids the safe operation of UAVs and allow them to pilot these drones via block and scratch coding. So they're looking to inspire the love for aviation and the youth, and that's a great thing. This drone is a tiny little thing.
It's
You know,
small on the
it's
level of the cello,
20.
slightly bigger.
It's two it's two 222 grams,
Hey, Warren.
and it's less than 7 inches by 7 inches. So that's tiny.
Yes, it is. It is. It's actually slightly bigger than the Tello, but what's good about it is since DJI has ended their STEM program with the Tello, which means they're ending all support. So if you
Well, yeah.
have a STEM program with the Tello, you're not going to get any more support from them. This particular drone
Can
works in the
pick
same
up the slack.
concept. It's going to pick up the slack, right? Because there are no companies or agencies out there that are offering drones for the STEM program. This drone comes with the controller, with the drone, with the battery, and like Herman said, you have the option of block or old school programming. Blocks programming meaning you drag this box over here, take off, and it'll take off. Or old school programming where I don't know what language they do it in now, but whatever architecture language that is.
Well,
Um,
they're gonna use both, and
right. And that's a good option. But it
it's
gives you the basics on how to build a drone, a plug and play drone, how to program it, either old school or block style, drag and okay, after takeoff, go to this height, et cetera, et cetera. It's what the kids need. DJI ending that STEM program. I don't know. I guess they just weren't furthering the technology.
well, well, Lawrence. I don't know. DJI is doing a lot of things. They're moving in different ways, but like I said, this
Well,
drone.
Pittsco's taking up the slack.
Well, apparently they have been doing this, and they were actually using the Tello as well. Pitts Pitts
Right?
Pitts Pitts was actually using the Tello as well at one point, but now they have the use of this drone for their hands-on learning.
Hmm.
So I think it's a great thing. It's the Echo drone.
Right.
What it's called, the Echo drone. I was looking it up in a couple of different places, and There's a lot
payoff
of
actually.
you can get a lot of stuff for it, a lot of different build outs. You can buy it in different packages. There's a
But there
base,
are very few packages out there that are as complete as this one.
like there's a base,
DJI,
the base package, and then you can get a lot of stuff to
right? You with
build it.
well with
Spin it
DJI, you were getting the drone and a few radios. This package for every drone, it comes a radio
hmm
with it. So I think that's a good deal right there.
Right, because
Yeah.
with the
But
Tello, you had to get your own radio.
what's up, John Coopy? They agreed. They did shut down their STEM program. It's a long run, risky investment with tons of state schools that may end up not being able to purchase their gear. I get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
makes
Totally understand. I totally understand. And hopefully Pittsco will get all of these contracts with the Board of Ed. I don't know if it's like the Board of Ed here in New York.
but I don't understand them stopping it in other places though. That's the thing. And with you know with China and Europe still out there, I don't know why they would why they
Does
I don't know.
Heath,
That's interesting because yeah, here in America, yeah, a lot of with worrying about state schools. Yeah, I get it. But elsewhere, no. But this Kansas-based company, Pittsco Education,
uh-huh,
they're jumping on it, and they have been doing this. This is what they do, you know,
right,
STEM education, right? And now they're going to be using it now going, I guess, because I watched some of the videos that use drones, and it was the Tello that they were using. So now they're going to
right,
be using this drone, I guess. So that's a nice little thing I wanted to share with everybody about the STEM and STEAM, whatever you want to call it, program.
right. At 222 grams, that's under
Yeah,
the limit. That's under your
I
limit, and it's
presume
10-minute flight time.
that's nice. I mean, what do you want out of those little
Frank
batteries?
Rizzo.
You know what I mean? What
Yeah.
do you want out of those little batteries? About the size of a piece of chewing gum. Those batteries.
Well, you only want something big enough. It's about the size of a cell phone anyway. If anything bigger than a cell phone doesn't keep the kids interest.
What the flight
This
time?
drone. Yeah, this drone. It's
No, I'm talking
small.
about the flight time on those batteries. You
Yeah,
can't
oh, the
get
10
so
minutes.
much
That's
out
more
of
than
it
enough.
because it's the size of a stick of gum.
Yeah, 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 that's more than enough though. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't see them needing more than 10 minutes because basically by the time you teach a class programming, well, first you got to teach three classes. One showing the drone itself, the operation, how to build, etc. Second class
mm-hmm.
would be how to program it, and the third class would be flying it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got a class with 20 students, 10 minutes apiece will take
Right.
up the class time easily.
I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Lake Pilot, Frank Rizzo, no texting and driving, but thanks for coming in. Eddie Nunez, what's
Hey,
good, man?
dude, what's up, man?
Hope all is
What's
well.
going on? I see Eddie doing his thing over there, pushing them videos.
Oh, well, what's
Eddie,
next? What's
Eddie is
next here?
always in Puerto Rico.
It's not a bad
I
thing.
love I love them videos though, Eddie. I gotta get out there one day.
Oh, the PR? Yeah, very,
Yeah,
very nice.
I'm supposed to be taking this cruise that I've been how do I say
You're
it?
taking it. You're not supposed to.
I can still not go. I'll lose
Okay.
I will lose my money, but I can always not go. Yeah,
Eddie says it's hard to make videos lately.
yeah, dude, man, listen. Especially if you're stuck local. Well, when I say local, the United States
Yeah.
or the tri-state area.
He's heading to Dominican Republic in March.
Okay.
Well,
Have
in April, I'll be traveling.
Where you going? Where you going?
To the South Florida drone meetup.
Do you even know the date of the South Florida drone meetup?
No, doesn't matter. Just get on a plane and go. It's at that point now. It's the first week of April, right? when you say let's get on a plane, I'm just gonna go. We just go. That's it. It might help to have the exact date, right?
Oh man,
Of that weekend.
yo, you gotta love it. You can't make this up, guys. He's just gonna get on the plane and go. What happens if they tell you a week or 2 weeks early?
I'm still flying. I'm gonna go down there, fly, and come back. I have my own little meetup. It's April 6th. Thank you, Gary.
Uh,
Okay, the weekend of April
uh,
6th. Let me put that in my calendar now.
ooh.
April 6th. Let's see. January, February, March, April 6th. That's the first weekend of the month. Yes, on a Saturday. So we would probably be arriving on Friday.
So you're good.
Yeah, I'm putting it in a calendar now,
Uh,
which means I should have my plane ticket way before that Friday, I guess.
I'll call the guy and see what he can do.
All right. You call the guy, have him call another guy, and we'll
Yeah.
work out some tickets. We still haven't got our tickets. 67 days to go. Well,
See,
Herman's
see,
going on a cruise.
you
Gary says
see,
he's flying down
see
on the
that
4th.
guy. See that guy. That's how the problems get started because countdowns and all that other stuff like that. He's like, oh, here we go again. Here we go. It's coming up. It's going. Oh, damn! You know that thing's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You booked. I just put it out of my mind because I kept hearing it, and I just said it's coming up. It's coming up. Don't worry about it. It's coming up. And you book something and at that weekend, and it's like, oh, okay, I can't go. So don't do the countdowns, please.
Well, we've been hearing about the meetup since the day after the last meetup, right? So it's to be expected. Everyone looks forward to going.
No, but I when I keep hearing something over and over, it's like your parents. When your parents keep after
You
a
start
while,
eventually blocking them out.
right? So yeah,
Gary's funny.
what do you say?
He's got the drone packed and ready already.
Wow, you're not gonna do anything for the next what is it, 67 days?
Yeah. Yeah, we are, Ray Kelly. We were having a technical difficulty, something we rarely have, but it does happen. We're on
Uh,
now.
yeah, I was having an internet issue. I don't know why. Every time I go to hit the button, well, not just to hit the button, but it just kept going up, going up, going up, going out, and it was a whole bunch of nonsense. Lawrence and I were trying to figure out why, and while we were sitting here waiting to go on, it dropped the whole thing
Yeah.
twice, and
Yeah,
then
but
and then it wouldn't come back.
we're here now, so
So it's back, and I'm hoping it holds. If it doesn't, that's the end of the stream. But
I did find out how to go live though.
what I did want to do, Lawrence, is because
Dropping the shot, 603.
I kind of need it. But Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those
those
guys.
guys.
Salute.
As that issue that I had there had me losing my hair.
Gary says weed laws in Canada give me the winter off from flying legally.
Who?
I
What?
might fly the Mini.
What do you say?
Weed laws in Canada give me the winter off from flying legally.
Weed
I might fly
laws?
the Mini.
Weed laws?
Yeah.
Do you know
Hey,
if they
Tony.
do you know if they implement a law like that here in New York City, no one would ever be able to fly?
You're right about that. You're right about that shit.
And I'll explain to you why, Gary. Here in New York, right? You can't smoke cigarettes indoors. You have to smoke them outside in the street.
Yep.
So I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair. For every 5 people smoking a cigarette, there's 2 people smoking weed, walking down the streets here in New York.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay? And I think they're starting to overtake the cigarette smokers.
It is, do you think? I don't even smell a cigarette anymore in New York. And I walk past people smoking cigarettes.
For what you think of cigarettes.
Yeah, that's true too.
Mm-hmm.
That is true too. Salute, Angie.
Hey, Angie. Angie's over there drinking by herself. But Lawrence, you know the Collier Trophy nominees, they're due.
Yeah.
They're due today, 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 today. Yep, they're due
Might
today.
want to explain what the Collier Trophy is.
Well, hold on a second. Give me a second. I'll let you do that in a second. I'm going to let you jump all over the Collier Trophy and what it is, because like I said, the nominees are due, and the National Aeronautics Association's Robert J. Collier Trophy is up for grabs this year. They do it this year for last year,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's up for grabs. For this year, and the nominees are due, and they are accepting nominees up until today. So today is the last day for the nominees, and as you know, this is an annual trophy that is awarded. So Lawrence, explain to them what the Collier trophy is.
Okay, here we go. The Collier Trophy is awarded to those
You forgot your
groups that make significant technological advancements to help man. For example, the first Collier Trophy that they gave out was a transcontinental airmail route almost a century ago. So this is how you get these things. Half a century ago, the crews of Skylab were awarded one for the
Mhm.
first U.S. space station. Back then, there was no international space station. Everybody had their stuff up there separated. Now we have the ISS, and nearly quarter century later, Lockheed Martin got one for the U-2 spy plane. So
What
it's a
about
very
Orville?
distinguished, huh?
What about Orville?
Orville, unfortunately, did not.
I believe he did get one.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, later on, and yeah.
But you get these achievements for hey Stevie,
No one
major
else could get one without
technological
him.
advancements. Huh?
No one would be able to get one without him.
True. Yeah, everything's in the air because of him. Hey, what's up, Bill?
Hey,
You're
Stevie,
right about that.
I see Stevie up in here. Who else is? Oh, I do. Ooh. Is that Tony? Yeah,
Yep.
it's Tony up there. Quadcopters and tech. Tony. Hey, Tony.
There's an Orville guy that makes the popcorn.
Not
Oh,
him. Not
okay.
not the popcorn guy.
Hey, Stevie.
What was his
Tony's asking,
brother's
did you get
name?
that gig he tagged you for?
Who?
Um,
What was his brother's name? Wilbur.
Wilbur. Wasn't Wilbur the horse? Oh no. Wilbur was one of the owners of Mr. Ed.
I'm
You
I'm
remember Mr. Ed? Yeah,
I'm
Wilbur
I'm
was one of the owners.
I'm already I've already figured out that you're not good with your childhood movies and especially Disney.
I tried. I tried. I was deprived of a lot of childhood television when I was younger. That's all.
Right.
That's
No,
all
but
it is.
some of those things that I was talking to you about were in the movies. You know,
Okay.
parents do take kids to the movies. The kids go on like camp trips and stuff like that. Go to the movies.
Right.
Yeah. Back
Anyway,
when they
I
had
wanted to
the
ask
cat
you.
running through the Duffield Theater.
Mhm. I, I don't know. I wanted to ask you.
Yeah,
We have to go. When can I see that dentist's office?
oh, that's a good question. I can call.
We just need to go through it. I need to see what size the doorways
Oh,
are and things like that,
I,
and so I can plan something.
I can call them. They're waiting on me. I can do that. That's maybe something that could be done Friday, maybe.
Okay. Stevie says he's got to take a power nap.
A power nap. What are you, old man?
I know, right?
You're getting tired over there.
He's,
Mm-mm.
he's getting tired. I'm just, yeah, I just want to get it out of the way because the quicker I may say let's go back the next day and shoot it or whatever, but I just
They
want to
might,
see
they
what
might
I'm working
ask,
with.
they might ask you, can you shoot it today?
Listen,
Uh-huh. I'm
we not
listening to
shooting.
you. I'm gonna say
I
pull me.
can't shoot anything until I see where can't shoot anything until I see where we're flying.
Okay.
That's all. I just
Let
want
me
to do a walkthrough because people have equipment. It's a
uh-huh.
dentist office. I know they got equipment with arms. I
Uh-huh.
know there's going to be people inside,
Uh-huh. I got a
acting.
question for you. I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question. How many videos you have on YouTube?
How many videos I
Flight
have on YouTube?
videos. Flight videos on YouTube.
Flight videos? Few hundred.
Oh, okay. How many of them did you fly sight on scene?
I take the fifth.
Okay. So
I take
so
the fifth.
when you get there, right? And you plan it all out, right? And you look
Yeah.
at it, you can't fly it right there that day, a couple of
Yeah.
times. All right, so
Yeah. I probably could.
I really don't want to go back there.
Oh, I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you. I just want to know what kind of square footage are we working with. That's all. That's basically it. That makes a difference.
For
But
those of
I,
you who don't understand what me and Lawrence is talking about,
hey, B Mac,
they would like to get a drone flying through their office to advertise their business. This is what they want.
mm-hmm.
And they need a drone to be able to fly into the office, come through well, this is what they asked me. Can it come through the front door and come into the office? Sure it can. You're gonna
Right,
tell them sure it can, right? Because you're not gonna tell them
right,
no, you can't do that.
right.
There's 101 ways to make it happen.
Well, we will make it happen. I really want to get it over with, but
Even if you had to hold the camera in your hand and walk through the office like this.
and then stabilize it later, right? Walk through with a GoPro and stabilize it. And have the engines on so you hear the wee, right? That would be something. That would be funny. Climbing over the lady's desk while holding it like this. Go in the room, Herman. Go up close on somebody's face like
You know
this
what you're
with
gonna do, right? You're gonna have people thinking, did they fly this or did they walk through here?
it. It that is funny. I don't have a concern with I don't have a concern flying anywhere the
No,
first time. We did
no, I have no problem with contacting them and let them know that we'd like to do you
because
know, look
shortly after
through,
that
check
we
it
would
out.
go through there.
I'll contact
Okay.
them.
Because you have to, but when you're flying a drone around people, you have to say, look, this thing is not going to hurt you. It's protected. It if
Well,
anything,
that's the next thing. I'd like to know when we can do it when they're not going to be very busy.
yeah, yeah. But we'll talk. We'll work on it. I just want to get
Yeah.
it out of the way. Oh, Warren says maybe they'll give up some nitrous oxide. Give a bonus in nitrous oxide.
Is that good for
You can't fly under the influence, Warren.
is that good for the drone or is that good for the For us, what? I mean,
Listen, I don't even want to find out.
okay.
I don't even want to find out. But getting back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the Calder Trophy, and you explained what it was. The trophy was about, you know.
Right.
So yeah,
And
so you mentioned some of the recipients,
mhm,
and then we got to talking about the
the
U.S.
International Space Station is one of the participants recommendations in that trophy.
Right for this year,
Right,
but for
right,
next year,
right.
for last year, I mean, the last year, because if I'm not mistaken, all of the participants, the nominees and stuff like that, their their categories or whatever their subject or their whatever has to have been proven by demonstration in the previous year, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yes.
So that's how they will actually see that this thing is actually worthy. I'm looking at I need to get this either refresh off the screen because the replay is so delayed that
I do that randomly. I refresh it
I'm
randomly because
laughing so hard at how stupid I look doing that nonsense there with you with the camera and what you could do if you can't get the drone flying. But
oh yeah.
no,
If you
but
haven't
yeah,
clicked the like button, please feel free to do so.
yeah, your whatever it is that's nominated for the trophy has to have been proven by use and demonstration in the year before. That's why it's awarded for 2023 in 2024.
Okay. Well, good luck to the participants, the people who are or the nominees, we should say. Evening,
Well,
Big Matt. What's good, man? I want to see some more footy from that new drone you got.
I
For
gotta
those of you who don't
I gotta
know,
hang out with Big Matt one
Big
day.
Matt is the only guy I know who gets new drones, and everyone gets a new drone. Like, oh, this is a picture I took. I'm flying here, and Big Matt's you won't see shit from him for weeks, months, and then he'll just go booyah right in your face. What's good, Big Matt? We got to get together and fly again. I don't rip the hell out of Long Island City. I got to find another spot to shoot like that, like I shot Long Island City.
Well, we gotta find a new place to go to. Yeah, so Lawrence, what else is coming up? Well, we spoke back last on November 8th. Remember back on November 8th? That was we were spoken on Wednesday night with those guys, 2027.
Yeah,
When we first mentioned the ninth annual Sky Pixel photo and video contest.
yes,
Well, some the submission deadline is Friday for you to submit your submissions.
right.
Is January 2nd, 2024 at 10:59.
Correct. Correct. The last date you have is in March. Hold on, I was showing the video, so I couldn't see it. I
Well,
have
the
it right
winners
here.
the winners will be
It's on
announced
March 19th. The winners
on
will be
March
announced.
19th.
Yes. I had the video playing, but the winners will be announced March 19th. Definitely.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I
For
had this video up playing and couldn't see my graphics.
for videos and photos in five categories in video and four categories in photo, uh ranging from nature uh to creativity. I don't know what I mean. That's so you got to go on and read the descriptions of it, but that's in the video category. And in photography, you got sports and architecture, which is
Yes, but they also they want travel. They want you to record
you know, like I
travel,
said,
city.
there's a few different categories.
Yeah.
Saying from the where I mean the city, we went in when we went back on March 8th, we went in extensively on the whole thing on
Why don't I show the
was
page? There we go.
you can show whatever you want.
Yeah, there
That
we
was the
go.
whole point
These
of
are these are the categories Herman was talking about here. So if you have something you want to upload, nature related, sports related, travel related, or city related, you got a lot of people here in the city. And they'd say in the cities, kaleidoscopes, silhouettes of skyscrapers, all kinds of stuff they're looking for. This
yeah, a
creativity one
lot
is
because
interesting, though,
yeah,
Herman.
that is going to be big because I'm telling you, this contest is not something that you can just slippity slap something together in 20, 30 minutes, even 2 hours in your
True.
on your computer and enter this. The winner of this contest is going to look like a professional.
Yes, this is a creativity video that someone created. I thought was very interesting because there are a lot of creative, very creative, talented people out there, and somebody needs to win it. Somebody's got to. There's too many talented people out there.
I'm not
Now
doing.
I'm playing this without the sound, of course.
What happens if the ice breaks?
Huh?
What happens if the ice breaks?
Yeah, good question.
You
But
know,
I will put up the link,
yeah,
and you guys could
announce the
check
winners.
out.
We'll announce the winners when the names are available. We've been announcing the winners of this contest for the last 2 years. You know,
Mm-hmm.
which is a nice thing. I'm telling you, when you see,
Hey, Jims,
wait until you see the videos that are
that
one
come out of it.
people in these different categories. I'm telling you, the videos are going to be amazing. Some of the people,
Every year they are. Every year I look at this
oh yeah,
stuff.
I mean, like I can't even imagine some of the stuff that they're doing. It's like, whoa.
You guys fly around the city here, like behind us. You guys fly in Brooklyn and Long Island City and all of
Or
that. Hey,
even
Uncle Bill's
anywhere,
toys.
and other people are in here from different places around the world,
Yep.
different cities and in different states. And I'm telling you, some of the people I've seen, some of the entries that won in these different categories last couple of years. Whoa.
And you'll never know. You may get your stuff featured. You just entering is enough. Somebody's looking at it. Somebody's going to see it somewhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy prizes too. You,
Oh,
uh,
Bob
you got
Casey
you get
commented
a
30
lot of
minutes.
DJI stuff too.
Yeah, yeah,
A whole
yeah.
lot of DJI stuff they're giving away. So I
Well,
mean,
if you're interested,
it's a beautiful contest to enter. I mean, I'm not that skilled to get. I would have to start working
no
on
texting
that.
Uncle Bill's toys.
What happened?
I just saying no texting while he's driving.
You know, nowadays, right? This is the beauty about texting and driving. You can actually do it without a problem because the radio in the car
Mm.
is reading the text message to you and
Hmm.
taking the text message verbally, text to speech.
Hmm. Well, we need to pay homage to um
Again,
no,
oh, because I was gonna say,
we need to pay homage
what?
to Nanook.
Oh, well, I was gonna get to that, but we were talking.
Okay.
All right. Is that okay with you? I
We're
mean,
good.
all right. Like I was saying, this contest. Stay tuned for the winners. We'll be
Yep.
announcing them right
You'll
here.
hear it on here, definitely.
and probably show a little bit of the videos because some of it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, for hard cases, you're like, me, I love a hard case every now and then for my drones. For 10% off on all Nanook products, please feel free to use Phantom Flight 10 for 10% off on all Nanook products. Not only looking for a case for your drone, you might be looking for a case for something else. They make cases for all different things, and they make custom cases too. So 10% off, that's Phantom Flight 10. All right, Lawrence, you can come back now. I don't know where you
Okay,
disappeared to.
there we go.
There you go, hanging out over the water.
There we go.
Well, that's
Yeah.
right there where you lost the lady's drone at, right?
No, yeah, it was. I didn't lose her drone. She didn't know where it was, and I didn't know where it was until she gave me the controller and said, "I don't know where my drone is." That's when you were like, "Whose drone is that?"
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay.
And we were looking at your drone instead of hers. It
Mm.
was pitch black there. We're flying at night,
Doesn't look
and
that
at
dark
this
to me.
place where we are, it was dark out. And she says, "I don't know where my drone is. I can't see anything." And she's actually interviewing me in April on her live stream. But to make a long story
He's
short, she
interviewing
gave me
you.
her radio and said, "Where's my drone? I can't see anything." And I'm like, "Oh God, it probably went down." And
Mm.
she was facing a building. She was like maybe 50 feet from a building. And the building was totally, that part of the building was totally dark. And all I did was yaw around, and then I could see the city and accumulate, estimate where she was. But if she did get her drone back. You've known over the years people do that. Yo, I can't find my drone. Where's my
Wait
drone
till you
going?
see the interview that y'all are gonna have. That one, oh boy, because she's probably heard you talk about how she couldn't find a drone already.
Well, and she did admit that was her first time flying at night. So I'm glad I was able to help and recover her drone. She got her drone back.
You know what? YouTube and everybody's losing their mind. I got an alert from my own stream.
Really? That you're going live. Hey, Bob Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Bob, you went over to my channel and I wasn't there. I was doing an emergency test to see if I could go live.
Hey, Bob.
So I will probably delete that. I'm pretty sure of it because the first few minutes, Herman, is me. You see my mouth moving and not hearing any audio. And
Mm-hmm.
then you could hear audio, and I had to find out what's going on with that.
You are you getting your messages? Hmm?
On Messenger or text?
At all, period.
Um, Nothing on Messenger and nothing.
Hmm. Well, anyway, moving right along.
I just got it. I just got that text. Yeah, yeah, everything's screwed up. We need to check, see if there's sunspots. Is the KP index high or something? Because
What happened?
I just got that text that you sent. I was wondering what's up.
With what?
Hey, Nathan, Rita. Anyway, welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And
Oh,
it's the channel where we talk about drones and everything else other than
we,
drones.
you know what, Lawrence? We need to get back to talking about computer stuff and all that stuff like that too, because we were talking about those things in the beginning of stuff. We can go back to it. We talk
I
about
agree with you.
tech and stuff like that, and I like to share some of the things that I hear and I learn out there, other than though I'm learning politics.
Right. Understandable. And it changes from the subject. Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer.
Well, you know me, I could talk about anything in the drone world. Johnny, what's going on, man?
Right.
Because the one thing that I did want to mention, it's actually going to come up after we actually had your break, or we had your sponsor break. because
Yeah.
you know Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those
Those
guys.
guys. Salute.
But yeah, Lawrence, there was interesting collaboration for progress. And let me make sure I got everybody's name correct. AJW Group and Lilium,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know those people, right?
Yep.
Well, they're partnering for a global material service distribution. Now, I'm quite sure you're wondering what the hell is he talking about, and I'm going to explain that. As you know, or as we know, AJW Group is a world leader in independent aircraft components, right? Parts, repair,
Correct.
and then the supply chain. So they supply airplane parts and stuff like that. They probably, hopefully, they didn't supply that door to Boeing, but moving right along. With that. And Lilium, right? We know Lilium, they're the developer of the first eVTOL all electric all electric vertical takeoff and land jet.
Right. Which is what you see on screen here.
Right. That's what you're seeing right there. So this collaboration, right, and partnership is aimed to support Lilium Jet's global aircraft operations and their aftermarket service business customers. So basically, what they're going to be doing is once this thing is up and running, not only is it going to be servicing Lilium, but their business partners, basically the companies that are purchasing this jet for usage and for like they said like for uh
Small
servicing. This
deliveries.
is
Yeah.
this well no for like servicing. This is the same thing like what we saw with Matternet.
Okay.
Um
Okay.
and I kind of wish DJI did this. Um where that your drones they're gonna service the drones as well. So when like if you check out like these companies that have their own trucks, Lawrence, trucks,
Yeah.
a lot of times what like because I know what we did with back in when I was working in the warehouse, the trucks were basically a lease situation. They were
Right.
painted with the company's name and everything on it, and the company that you were leasing from, they actually did all of the servicing to the vehicle
Okay.
and it was just in your plan. So this is basically what they're doing here. So they got companies that's supplying parts, the
Right.
repairs and labor for the companies that are going to purchase this jet for the usage for operations.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. You do need a
So
service.
basically, it's best to have the guy who makes it fix it.
Yeah. Right. Makes more than enough sense, right?
True.
And I do like it. They claim this is going to be one of their corporate style eVTOLs
Well, this
for
is
whisking
interesting.
around.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. You got all kind of stuff happening in this partnership, from logistics to parts, repairs, and
Yep.
distribution. This is a great deal for Lilium because now you got a company that deals in parts manufacturing, well, dealing in parts and distributing parts. So
Mm-hmm.
all
There's the video there if you want
your
to see it
business
with sound.
partners that are purchasing this drone for usage in different things like how we mentioned Joby and uh
Archer.
Archer will be operating with the hoppers to the airport.
Yes.
Well, whatever companies that we mentioned that there are purchase orders for all of these drones already on the market, and they're all actually publicly traded companies. So
Yes, they are.
if you're interested in the stock, jump on it.
I own a few shares of
Here
a
we
few of these
go.
companies out there.
Here we go.
I haven't even looked at it because after the new year, everybody's stock drops dramatically because nobody's spending any money
Hey,
recouping. But
you think that's what it is?
yeah, yeah. And then the inventory usually comes up for most businesses, the end of the year inventory in
Mm,
February.
okay.
So people are calculating their losses. And actually I had got an alert from Robinhood because that's the app I use that some stocks had went up a few cents or whatever. And I was like, about damn time. Everybody, I'm looking here now. Everybody's in the red, Herman.
Really?
Everybody.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I can't show it here because I have the stupid filter on, but everyone's in the red here. GoPro, Meta, Snapple, Tesla, Apple. The only one that's in green is Netflix. Disney is red. Microsoft, Starbucks, Ford, Alibaba, GE, Joby. Everyone's in red.
What that means, right?
What does that mean?
Everyone's still in the house.
Huh?
People are still in the house.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Amazon is cooking the books.
Hey, Jody. Right?
Come on, there's more Amazon trucks on the road than police cars.
That's true. That's scary. That's really freaking scary. If you guys look in your local towns and where you live, you will see, at least here in New York,
There's
it stands. You
more.
can see more Amazon vans, trucks, e-trucks, tractor trailers
It
than
don't matter.
police.
Just the regular Amazon truck. You'll
Yeah, yeah.
see
We're not
more of
talking about,
them. You'll see more of them on the road than you'll see police cars.
yeah. I remember we were in Bridge Park and I had went up and straight up and did a hyperlapse of the that highways heading towards George Washington Bridge. Well, I did a
Mhm.
hyperlapse and I was actually thinking about having a contest, but it would be easy to win because all you have to do is pause it. But I was gonna say, if you can count how many Amazon trucks go past that little section in that hyperlapse.
You know where you can see them?
Where?
You go by the Prospect Expressway, and when they coming in off the from the Gowanus, coming in from Staten Island after coming
No,
out
I didn't, Jody.
Jersey, and you see them trucks coming in, and they just disperse, they just split up.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100,
Coming across the bridge, right? They
like
go
a
this way, they go that.
convoy.
It's like a convoy of right?
Amazon trucks coming from straight out from Jersey through Staten Island. Once they get across into Brooklyn and get to the Gowanus, they get to the Prospect Expressway. The ones that
Uh-huh.
go to Manhattan, and everybody else gets that hits the Prospect Expressway when they get then they just start seeing guys just disperse in BQE Prospect Expressway.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see where the hell that is.
Amazon is doing it.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're definitely right about that.
They are doing it. Speaking about Amazon, where's my coffee?
Where's your coffee?
Yeah,
You ordered some coffee and they haven't upheld their part.
so they say.
Yeah, you can do a hyperlapse anywhere in New York City and
Mhm.
play a game called Count the Amazon Vehicles. And I'm pretty sure in any
Hyperlapse.
yeah, a hyperlapse you'll see definitely more than 15.
They might not be able to count. They might even make it out what it is.
Yeah, right. Could you
You'd
imagine?
have to slow it down for them to be able to see what it is.
Mm-hmm. I have a folder with hyperlapses, but I don't have that one in there.
Oh, with the one for the with the
Yeah,
Amazon
with the
trucks.
at Bridge Park.
No, okay. You know what I did want to mention
What's that?
before we continue? About the Mini SE. There was a firmware update also for the Mini SE
Yeah.
for the sub 250.
Mm-hmm.
$299 drone.
Yes, there is.
That price looks so attractive until you look at the next drone up and you're like, wait a
You're
minute.
right about that because the next drone up is just a few.
Wait a
I
minute.
found it, Herman.
Wait a minute. You trying to beat me?
Yeah, right. Because you're saying, wait a minute,
Why are you
2.7K
selling me this
video.
one?
Right, 2.7K video, and then this next one for $100 more, I got
What?
4K 30.
Give me the
I
four.
found that video, Herman.
What video?
This one right here of the Amazon trucks. There are at least in this hyperlapse right here, there are at least 20 Amazon trucks
Wait.
that go through all along these paths, these blue trucks that you see going through here. I had to stop and count. There were about 17 trucks on this video that I actually saw in this 15-second video.
Really?
But would you buy? You have to ask yourself if you're new into drones. Hey, Paul, what's up? How are you? Hope all is well. You stopped by to say hello. We appreciate you, Paul. If you were just getting into drones, Herman, would $300 be enough to get you into flying a drone? A DJI drone at that.
If I was
If you were
just
just
getting,
starting out and you just wanted to, you didn't know if you were going to get into it or not.
I would have to say yes because I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know of anything else. You remember I told you when I first went and bought a drone, but the drones
Mm-hmm.
were
Yeah, that's
the drones. When I first went to go look at a drone, or first saw these DJI drones, the Phantoms were like $1,500.
yeah.
You know, I got the Phantom 3 standard first when the Phantom 3 professional and it was coming out or was out.
Okay.
So I got that, and then I was like, wait a minute, because I'm just learning, and I was like, I got kind of got bored with that after about 6 months or so.
Okay.
And then I got the Phantom 4 Pro because it had. It's funny because I saw the Phantom 4 come out, and because I was like, wait a minute, I should have got I should have got the professional instead of getting the standard. So I said, you know
Right.
what? I'm going to go buy the Phantom 4. And I went to go buy the Phantom 4, and the guy at DJI told me, he's like, no, you don't want the Phantom 4. I said, why not? What's wrong with us? I said, this Phantom 4 is lucky. What's wrong?
Right. That's the
He was
one.
he goes, nah, you want this right here. I was like, what's that? It's the Phantom 4 Pro.
Good salesman.
And from then on, it's been a nightmare.
You've flown nothing but the Phantom 4 Pro.
I've been like, I get the pro. And then all the DJI people, they're like, gotta get the pro, gotta get the pro, gotta get the pro. No, seriously. And when I saw the Phantom 4 Pro, I was like, wait a minute, this is it. Phantom 4 Pro. I got jumped on the Phantom 4 Pro, and I tell you, I got the Phantom 4 Pro with that kit with the hard case. I got the all the
Mm-hmm.
batteries and the controller and
And they even gave you a little free mini drone. I
yeah, that
remember.
still have that little thing. It works off an app on your phone. It's good for
Yeah.
flying around in the house.
Right.
You take that
And
thing outside, it's liable to get lost.
well, yeah, that it's only designed.
Somebody
Well, what's the
speaks too
battery life
loud.
on that thing? 30 seconds?
Somebody speaks too loud, it's probably blow away.
You heard what's the battery life on it? 30 seconds?
If it even charges anymore.
Yeah, right. You might charge and it may explode. Yeah, Barkley's in here, Bob Casey.
No, but it was those was good times. you know, and
That's when flying drones was fun, Herman, back then.
yeah, it was Barkley knows these people. Drone World.
He probably does.
Barkley remembers them.
Yeah.
Come on, Barkley. I know you remember Drone World.
Well, okay. I wouldn't expect any. I've heard some stories about that place.
No, Drone World was the well when they went in.
Which was the one that closed down with people shit inside it?
Oh, that was the guy, Brooklyn Drones.
Oh, that was Brooklyn Drones.
Yeah, he
Okay.
took people's drones in for repairs and then bounced.
Yeah. Took people's
Now,
drones in
from
for
what I hear, he's
repairs.
down. From what I hear now, he's down in Bahamas with a fleet of drones.
That was sad. That was sad. He opened up a
No,
great shop. He would have made a killing, Herman. He would have made a killing
he was
if
before
he
his
was legit.
time.
Huh?
He was before his time.
That's true. That's true.
And then I still think that something like that is still risky. You
In
understand what I'm
today's
saying?
time, I would say I would agree with you. In today's time, yes.
Very risky because if you even ask Dobo and those guys, that are doing that, it's not that easy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not
Selling
that
drones,
easy.
especially here in the United States
Uh,
with them
Selling.
banning DJI drones, even harder
Oh, it's
now.
not even that. It's not even that. He's in a store here in New York City trying to sell drones in a city that don't want you to fly drones.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
It's
Exactly.
like
Well, but it was a risk. It was a risk. And
I just didn't
and
think that what he did
unfortunately,
was
he
cool
wasn't such a good guy, Herman.
by leaving town. Oh no, I don't know if he left town, but I know he shut the shop down. And
Yeah.
the store was closed for over a year with his sign and everything's still up. And he had people's drones that they brought to him for repair.
Anyone ever did a search for Drone Works New York?
Who?
No.
No. But Barkley is Barkley still here? Because I asked him a
I
question.
probably not. I didn't see him.
Yeah, I had asked Barkley. I know Barkley knows those guys. He knows what I'm talking about.
There is no Drone Works New York. Is hold on, I could be wrong. I'm
Drone
looking at their
Works.
yeah, I'm looking at their page. Yeah, there's no Drone Works New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on their
You
page now.
you know what,
I'm
Lawrence?
looking, I'm trying to find yeah,
Mike,
Spring. Oh, well, this is Drone Works is well, that isn't that Dobos, him and his partner?
what about Drone Works?
No,
I
yeah,
know.
Tony in the chat was saying anyone ever did a search for Drone Works New York. No, there he said sure there was a drone. He said there was a Drone Works New York. I never knew about it, Tony. And you're
Okay.
right, Bat from the Sky. The rent in New York is so high. Who the hell would want to open up his drone store? It wouldn't be worth the time and money, right? You sell one drone every 3 months, you're lucky.
All
Oh,
right.
his partner used to be in New England. What used to be in New York? Okay,
Not
I
I
had no idea
understand
about
that. And
that.
I'm just no, we're not saying that that was the same guy. It was another guy
Right, right, right.
that Lawrence had mentioned here in Brooklyn that had a store. And I said that it's very risky. And I
Sky
said if you
control.
ask Dobo and them Droneworks that it's a very risky business. It's not that easy to just say, oh, I want to,
It's not a fast turnover.
you know,
Definitely. Aloha over in Hawaii. Sky control. How
release
are you,
date,
bro?
release date, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
After
there's
that,
something launching.
but I can't speak on it, but I do look at it and make sense of what I see, and I know that it's a not an easy business to do, and it's not for everyone. Lawrence, Mighty Flight, they unveiled a third generation Cento cargo drone. Um, for for autonomous same day delivery. Now we talk about everything in urban air mobility and advanced air mobility here on the stream. And we feature not only drones that you can play the video that you can ride in,
Yeah, I
but
got it here.
drones that are for cargo use. And Mighty Flight is a pioneer in autonomous aerial logistics. They unveiled their latest cargo drone for 2024. And it marks the third generation of, I love the name of this drone, of the MF 100 eVTOL series.
Not MFer, MF.
Yeah, I love the name of this drone, the MF 100 eVTOL series. Um, they they did a little test over in was this here we call it San Leonardo Leonardo
Yeah,
San Leonardo California at their home headquarters for the company, and this
right.
was conducted back on the 25th of January. So
Okay,
last week sometime. Was that Thursday or something like that?
right.
They conducted this test. Now, what I like with this, Jordan, we talk about the third generation, and some of you probably never seen the first generation or the second generation. But just to make things a little bit more clear for you on this drone, what's new on it is the larger cargo bay on this
Yep.
drone. Also, what's new on it is the autonomous ability to deliver packages, so autonomous operations. Now, this thing is designed to carry a payload of 100 pounds up to well over 600 miles. Let's get into talking about this thing here because I kind of like this drone. And Lawrence, I
Yeah.
kind of think you like this one too
Yes,
because
definitely.
it has a special airworthiness certificate from the FAA, and also it also has a certification authorization from the FAA. That and it's funny that it's from the FAA that it got this because this is for a corridor between uh, Lawrence's favorite name, Byron, and New Jerusalem airports. And for those of you, I'm not speaking slang. Byron is an actual location, and New Jerusalem is not New Jersey. It,
Yeah, this is true. And this is very, very true. I like it.
um, yeah, uh-huh.
I like it because we've seen the evolution of this bird.
Well,
If you
you
recall,
gonna feel me?
we've seen the evolution of this bird from maybe not day one, but when it was a lot bigger and bulkier. And there's a feature that this eVTOL has. It
Mhm.
will actually eject your cargo. It's
Yeah,
not going to spit it out and drop it from the sky. It
no,
actually pushes it out with a little it's a hydraulic system or whatever, but
hmm
it pushes out the cargo
right.
and it can self-load. All you have to do is put it on this little platform here and it centers the cargo and everything,
Mhm.
of course, before takeoff.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to be a punt returner to get your package because that box is going to come tumbling out the back of this thing as it flies by.
No, because as you
Place.
see here, it's going to carry all of these boxes right here.
I know that. I know that because she has a capacity of anywhere from 100 to 500 pounds and a
Yep.
range of up to 600 miles at a speed of 150 miles per hour.
Those some good numbers.
So yeah, it can carry some stuff.
Those
Now,
are some good numbers. At
here's
a
a
hundred,
drone, and I don't know if Ken Herron is listening, but here's a drone that could not only deliver your tube socks, but yes, it can carry a couple of toddlers.
yes, yes, yes. Those, because Ken is definitely convinced that drones will not deliver crap, but they're doing it. I'm
Well,
surprised
I really
nobody.
don't think that this is going to be delivering crap either, but I mean, I think this is going to be delivering. Listen, these drones have to deliver more stuff than what the drone is worth.
Right, right,
So,
understandable.
I'm still curious to know, like with Walmart and Kroger and all of them, with a couple of apples and a couple of juice boxes and
Hmm.
Danishes, how they footing the bill. And I'd love to know what those drone pilots are making, but delivering Danish and a couple of apples and
Huh.
tubes of ointment.
This you're funny. It, I like the fact that it says receiving and ejecting packages, internal positioning. So once you put the packages inside it, it's going to adjust the cargo and make sure it's perfectly centered, of course, for optimum flight.
Now
There's a
watch
lot of,
this.
huh?
Now watch this.
Yeah,
This company, right? Mighty Flight, right? They have I don't know how this is gonna work out, if they're gonna be selling the drone to a company that's gonna purchase to use this drone.
right.
I'm quite sure if they do that, that it's going to have a maintenance plan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You don't want to be delivering stuff that's not going to cover the cost of the maintenance plan.
True, true. Like Lilium and the company AJW.
Well, well, they're going to be moving people, so the price of the ticket to fly in that thing is never going to drop them below a certain price to where they're not making their bills.
Right.
They're going to make that money off of the customers.
Yes, it's back from the sky says, doesn't it have to pack the cargo in order that it's going to be delivered?
Mm-hmm.
I would tend to believe so also. I would assume they would have someone there with IQ higher than 50 to do this. You know, I'm
You have to go a lot higher than that.
yeah, I'm being an
Because
ass.
someone with the IQ of 50 would only be able to drool on the box. And I hope I don't think I'm offending anyone, but no, but seriously, with the IQ thing, yeah. The, the,
Yeah, exactly. Back from the sky. They're not going to send this thing out with 5 boxes. I agree. There has to be a minimum of how much you have to order. But
well,
we're
it has to
this
be a
delivery
need
drone
for it.
is not going to be for the local person who wants toothpaste and an orange juice and a Granny Smith apple from Walmart. This drone is for companies. It holds anywhere from 100 to 500 pounds, which means these companies are probably going to be shipping a couple of 100 pounds worth of stuff.
Okay, here's where I see this drone working. For a company like, say, UPS or one of them for same day delivery,
Mm-hmm.
or even like an Amazon in a certain place. Well, they have their own drone for that, but same day delivery. This is what this drone is used for. So just like any other drone that somebody might put out there, design, set it up to be able to work a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
It can be function, it can function this way, it can function this way. But
Right.
is used for this case, is designed for this use case scenario. And someone could purchase this drone to be used in their whatever they need a drone to be able to use for. I always go
Right.
back to the situation where, like with Dr. Glenn at WakeMed, and seeing the need for something like that, where a drone is able to go from facility to facility and move around samples and tissues and organs and stuff like that. What a
Exactly.
beautiful thing, and maybe not such a big old drone like this, but somebody like companies, this can even open the door for new businesses where companies that are delivering for companies that want to do same day delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's is interested in getting their stuff now. And I've worked in buildings here in New York in with certain contractors that I work for. And they'll send back when I first got out of trade school. And they send you around to different places in the van to drive around and go. And there'll be people in their apartment ordering a bottle of wine from the liquor store downstairs.
Jody says 500 pounds of medical marijuana. Hey, if someone pays for it, I'm sure they'll do it.
Hey, if there's a need to be able to fly that medical marijuana at least 600 miles, knock yourself out.
This can do it.
You carry 100 pounds, man.
Herman, it's that time.
Carry 100 pounds. If you got to go 300 miles this way, 300 miles back, it'll get the return trip. It's that time on this. Anything
Yep.
you want to say to the nice people that are
Be
still
nice, fly safer, and if you live in New York City, tomorrow's a great day to fly.
okay? Well, guys, I'm sorry for the problems with the issues that we had earlier and that started before starting the stream. And I think we did pretty good tonight. And thank you all for coming and hanging out with us and hanging out with us and talking about the different topics we had to share with you tonight. Please feel free to come back again next week and hang out with us again. And with that, and we'll see you next time with
With
those
those guys.
guys. Good night, everyone.
Later.
Night.